Damaging, Southern California's tribute to Metallica. It's Mark McCoy with Mark McCoy Live Sound Reinforcement. Little video tour, so you have some familiarity with how to get in tomorrow. This is the main entrance to the fairgrounds. They've got their light up sign right there. You do not want to go in here. And whether you're coming in 395 or the 14, you will end up coming through Inyo Kern Road. You may see a shortcut from the 14 to the 395 called Garlock Road. Don't take it, man. I did that commute from that road, was a part of it for like 8 years, and when it rains it gets ugly, and just stick to the 14 or 395 to Inyo Kern Road. So you're gonna go past that main entrance, and man, it's really hard to, there's no clear signage here, but you will see something, I think, for the like motorcycle track there, and then tucked back here in the most inconvenient spot possible is the actual sign for Gate C. That's where you're heading. You're going to want to head down to Gate C, and that's the sign. Go past that main entrance. If for some reason you're coming in on Bowman Road, then you're going to turn down this little side street before you hit the main entrance. Okay, so we're going down this little side road here. Gate C will be the first opportunity on your left to turn into the complex, and that's what you're going to do. There is a C right there on that fence. Okay, so once you come through here, you will see this gate here, and you're gonna roll through there, and you are heading to this building that is directly to your left. That is Joshua Hall. Man, I played here back in like 1983, 1984, and this opportunity to create a live event center is pretty awesome. Never in my life did I think I would ever be a venue operator or a promoter. I liked running a sound company. Promoter called, I give them a flat rate, did the job or didn't do the job. So this is all kind of new to me, but I have most certainly been, music's been my life or religion or whatever you want to call it for pretty much my entire life. Promoter, venue operator it is. You guys are looking, once you see the building on your left, you're looking for this guy's stage door. That'll bring you in backstage here. And immediately to your left are the stairs up to the stage. Just want to point out a couple of things for you guys. To your right from this perspective is the restrooms, and then to the left on the opposite wall is the green room. Adrian and I are gonna jam for a little bit tonight before we clear our stuff off, but we'll get the rug and the guitar synth and the machine and DJ stuff off the stage. We will leave the Metallica rider friendly DMV Audio Technic M6 stage monitors up here, but however I will make sure that they are set up according to your stage plot. We got a great stage, man. Drum risers 8x8. The stage in its current configuration 32 by 16 with that 8-foot wide, 4-foot deep extension on the front, which takes you out to 20 feet from the back of the drum riser. We will make sure that's all cleaned up. We got a drum rug down there, and that is ready to go. The other two stage monitors are DMV Audio Technic E12s, so all 4 of those stage monitors made in Germany. You will love them. I'm sure you have worked with them before. The rest of the system, my OG system, when I started back in 2015 with the sound company, was 2 D&B Audio Technica Q subs and those 2 E12s, and blew people's mind. We've upgraded. Back here backstage, so we are directly behind the drum riser now. Stage box, 3 D&B D12 amplifiers. We've got 250 amp circuits coming off the wall into spider boxes, feeding a dozen or so Furmans. And that's our power distribution and signal in a nutshell. The house drum kit, we'll keep it down here and probably scoot it back, get it out of your way. As far as the rest of the sound system goes, we will be running the Midas M32 console, and the Q subs are down here under the stage. Man, those things are freaking amazing. Oh, so in 2020, upgraded the sound system. Well, okay, so I put the order in like late December 2019, and I kid you not, let's see, I think everything shut down March 17, 2020. I had 2 pallets of Myers Sound line array Lenas on my front porch to upgrade the sound system. It was cool though, because I was able to sort of squat out at the fairgrounds and drive the system, configure it. Like, I blow my mind every time I throw faders and turn the system up. It's the same feeling every time. Anyhow, we've got 2 clusters of 4 Myers Sound Lenas on each side. I own a sound company. I call it a sound company, but I recently, a year and a half ago, had to become proficient in DMX network protocol and bought a whole bunch of light fixtures, because the person doing that previously was going out and doing better and greater things. But audio is my passion. I partner with the city and the fairgrounds, which is owned by the state. The city purchased the stage. I just could not come up with any sort of return on investment off of that particular capital item. The previous stage was owned by the city. It was like 40 years old, bought at auction at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, and way unsafe. So that stage probably 2-3 years old now, fairly new. Awesome. We maintain it for the city, and we also just make sure that it's good to go and reuse it. The truss was owned by the person that also owned the lights. I took on the responsibility in the purchase of the lights because I was curious if it was fun or not to play with lasers. Turns out, yeah, it's a ton of fun. Lasers are awesome. But the truss, again, that ROI. So truss and the stage decks, specifically, 2 things that they weren't a part of my business model. The guy I was working with, obviously, we did lots of shows together, and pretty much would do a 50-50 split on stuff. My commitment and my confidence is in live sound. I will make sure it sounds freaking great. The rest of the stuff, like, yeah, no, lights, I used to hate them. Now I'm programming lights, and I'm like, if you take this drum controller, right, something designed for music, and you can beat match with, and program scenes and MIDI trigger them, okay, lights just became kind of cool. So, that's your venue. This is your venue. Oh, check it out. I got even these pillar lights are on the DMX network that I am now proficient in. We got a couple of spotlights back here. The room itself, I want to say, is 140 feet by 80 feet. The stage takes up 40 feet. That leaves us 100 feet by 80 feet. It's a nice big room. Ticket sales are, they're good. And I think we're going to have an awesome show. Yeah, ticket sales are doing really well. The government opening back up helps a lot. Okay, so here's the thing, you guys. I'm not sure if I'm in this frame or not, but you're coming out to Ridgecrest, California, and so mad respect for the two dudes who aren't brothers, who, for whatever reason, committed to traveling with two brothers out into the middle of nowhere to do a show. Awesome, man. But yeah, we're out in the middle of nowhere. It's by design. In 1944, the Navy needed someplace to test fuses for the Manhattan Project. A scientist from Caltech and an admiral from the Navy jumped in a plane in LA and flew out here towards the desert to try to find some place where they could work secluded and out of view from others, and saw this land out here and decided this would be that place. After that, relationship was formed with the Navy and Caltech, and we became a weapons research and development installation, and had guys like Bill McLean invent the Sidewinder missile and its heat seeker, and now after the earthquakes. So, man, if you want to know what it's like to experience a 6.4 earthquake, have a 20% chance that a larger one will occur within 24 hours or within the next 24 hours after that, at which point the odds drop to 5% chance on July 4th, only to make it to July 5th with a bunch of aftershocks like in the 5s, but it's cool. We make it to 24 hours. All right, we're cool. Yeah, guys, band practice is on. I'll see you there. We practiced for exactly 1 hour. Get home just in time to experience the 7.1 earthquake that shook this town on July 5th, 2019. It was super weird, and growing up here, super familiar with earthquakes. So 7.1 was different, man. It was not anything I had ever experienced or felt or was familiar with at all, even though I'm a native Southern California, born and raised here. Anyhow, I probably mentioned the earthquakes either because, just quick political plug here, lawmakers pretend that they can't work together. So earthquake destroyed, I was telling you why Ridgecrest exists. Yes, the Navy, the secret city, and yeah, we're a research and development installation for weapons for the Navy and its customers, I guess we could say. And it's not all death and destruction. I myself am more of a modern hippie than a guy that thinks it's cool to go, blow up a block or a community or a city. Man, a lot of the work we do is either zero collateral damage or non-kinetic, which means we're not using any sort of force or explosives to accomplish the mission. Yeah, we still make stuff that will blow up, and we will always be in a pissing contest with Russia and look at how big our Moab is and all that stuff. But for the most part, the work we do out here is really technical. The relationship with the scientists and engineers and the Navy turns out to be an excellent model, still alive today, And most of us are here to support those scientists and engineers, so they can come up with ways to keep the seaways open and keep us safe. So anyhow, that's Ridgecrest. So population's like 30,000. The Navy base is our largest employer, but not our only employer. And so not everyone works on base, nor does the majority of people work on base, but most of us are here because of the base. It was my dad's last duty station when he retired, and most kids my age, 55 years old, will tell you the same thing. Okay, so Ridgecrest, we're out in the middle of nowhere. We are out in the middle of nowhere by design. The demographic here is really weird. We are in Kern County, and the best way I can describe it is Kentucky. Like, imagine a place in the middle of the desert in California that seems more like you're in the South than in California. It's kind of weird, especially with all the like really smart engineers and scientists we have here. So, okay. What else, Adrian, about Ridgecrest, right? Don't be scared. It's all cool. We're in the middle of nowhere, right? But it's cool.
Pretty much it.
And so, yeah, hey, if you guys need anything, that's Adrian. Like, let us know, man. So, our business model does not in any way at all have anything to do with alcohol. There will be a bar for your show tomorrow, and that is the agreement I have with the state. Says that if I'm going to have a bar, I'm going to utilize partners, and which is owned by this guy Dave, and my oldest son described it best when he's like, "Man, that whole bar thing's like a mini mafia, isn't it, Dad?" And I'm like, "From what I can tell, yeah." So if there's going to be a bar here, I'll call Dave at Partners, and then he takes care of the bar. I don't get a cut of it, none of that. So my model revolves around the artists. When I had the opportunity to take over this room and make it a live event center in January of 2024, so almost 2 years ago now, I right away made the decision, this room would be clean, look sharp, and be professional, and not look like everything in Ridgecrest. And that I felt like if I focused on the artists and made sure the artists were comfortable, had what they needed, and weren't distracted or stressed, that surely would play into the vibe or the show or the connection with the attendees. And it turns out that's true. I had no idea that there are venues out there who aren't so kind to artists, I reckon. But we get compliments all the time here. And seriously, if you guys need anything, let us know. If you need a runner to go grab something at Walmart before you guys get here, cool, hit me up, man. We'll take care of you. We got your dinner taken care of tomorrow night. We got your rooms taken care of. We want you to enjoy yourselves here. My goal is to just have musicians talking about Ridgecrest, man, and specifically this venue, Joshua Hall. And so that the Adrian and the other guys in that 35-year-old demographic have something more than what was here, A, when I was a kid, and B, in my mid-30s. This is super cool. It's a great opportunity, and it turns out I also, because I have a day job, right? I work out on the base. So I spend my first 10 hours every day out there. Then I come out here from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Every night except Tuesdays. That's date night. And so I get to experiment. I can eat and pay the mortgage and everything with my day job. So I wonder, what would it be like if I just paid people fairly and created a work environment where, like, people enjoyed working. Turns out, yeah, man, you create a little family, a crew, and people do some damn good work. Your writer, oh my gosh, falls right in line with sort of the way I run this venue. So right off the bat, one of the first things second thing I decided was I was going to create 3 spaces. There would be the green room, which, okay, I'm like, why are those fluorescent lights on? I hate those. And we have lamps in here. It's because Reno is putting up some speaker lights. So the green room is artists only. So this will be set up for you guys tomorrow. We put 2 dressing rooms up in here for you. So again, if there's anything that you need, let us know. We'll have snacks and drinks and everything else that we agreed to will be available in there. Right now, from that door to get backstage, you do have to take this. Hey, Priscilla, how's it going? Okay, you do have to take this little journey through the house. Now we can, there's an exterior door in the green room, and then the backstage door, so you can avoid the house, go that way. But backstage is artists and crew. That's who we allow to be back here. So anybody from one of those camps can traverse this area. The crew's main job show night during the show is safety and just making sure that the traversing happens safely. All right, the crew room, dude, it's a filthy mess. The guy, the CEO at the fairgrounds, has a side hustle doing these big giant animatronic dinosaur things. They're actually pretty cool. So they hang out with us. I guess they're crew. The crew room is just filthy. But my point being that the designated spaces, so crew only, and then green room, artists only, and then backstage area. I love the part in your writer about we'll provide sober crew or stage-hands to assist. I have been adamant since day one that I just will not tolerate any drinking when we're working, period. It's not professional, and it leads to all kinds of problems, and it makes it easy to weed people out. I've literally had like spouse, hey man, can I, work backstage since Crystal's working the show? Like, yeah, dude, but there's no drinking back there. Oh, really? Yeah, dog. So, I appreciate that. And yep, this crew is used to, being sober when doing a show. And I will ask them to make sure they're not dipping outside to, smoke any cannabis. I typically do not have an issue with that, but I am all about meeting the writer's requests, and it's not a big deal, and we are gonna put on a kick-ass show, but definitely alcohol I do not tolerate at all. And so far nobody's tested me, and that's good. Or the crew's good enough that they're covering for somebody and getting them out of here before I find out. Shoot, sorry this video's so long, man. I hope you guys will be comfortable here. I know you will. You're gonna freaking dig it. My passion is throwing shows like this and doing live events and working with bands, and just that feeling, man, that first freaking 30 seconds of set one, when everything you worked for about to go off, and man, it's just the greatest feeling ever. And tomorrow night, I can't wait to get to that point. And then take a deep breath and put on a kick-ass show. So, all right, you guys, rock on. Hit us up if you need anything, man.